Good morning and welcome to another ASMAC Master Class. As you can see, we're terribly excited to have the amazing Sammy Nestico here. You've heard the term living legend, you've heard the term superstar, and normally it's hyperbole, but this time it's 100% true. As many of you already know, Sammy Nestico has pretty much written the book on big band, all the way back to Count Basie, everything in records from Frank Sinatra to Barbra Streisand, every major studio in the entire world. And we are very pleased to have him, and you're going to hear more about him in just a minute from our moderator, Mr. Goodwin, who is pretty famous in his own right, with the Big Phatt Band, which is truly fat, P-H-A-T, and Grammy winner and all-around great guy. So before any further ado, we're going to get started. I'm Sylvester Rivers, director of the Master Class series, and here's Gordon.
Thank you, Sylvester, and hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to this event. It's a unique situation we have here in this room because we are indeed a misunderstood group of people, aren't we? Nobody knows what we do. We barely really know what we do, but I think that all of us in this room have one thing in common, and that is that to some degree or another, the reason that we do what we do is due to the guy sitting to my right. And we all have this story. I can remember vividly the epiphany I had as a middle school kid in 7th grade when my band director pulled me over and said, "Herb Alpert is great, but it's time for you to experience something different." And he sat me down and he pulled out this record, and I remember the record was blue, had a blue cover, and I had a picture of a fat guy on the front with a sailor cap on. And he took the record out, and he didn't put on track 1 on side 1, he flipped it over, and he put on the last track on side 2. And that music changed my life. But
you want to listen to some of these?
I think we should, yeah. Let 'em.
The first one's a tune. I have my scores, and you'll see them. And some of you put them in your computer already, but they're going to look kind of small there. And it's Blue Samuel. I like Blue Daniel. So it's in 3/4, so I wrote this in 4/4 and just wrote a new melody. So I say it's adapted from Blue Daniel, and it's Blue Samuel. So I wrote an introduction. Now, you'll notice, well, we'll ask questions, but you'll notice in the first chorus on page 4 there that the one trombone is playing with the sax.
I did notice that.
I've never done that before, and I never will do it. But
Do it again? You want to do it again?
But for this tune, I felt, the sax he's just doubling the baritone or whatever.
Right.
But it gets that edge. The trombone has that bite.
Well, let me ask you.
I love that bite that he gets.
What's the ensemble that's playing this recording we're about to hear?
Say it again.
Who's on the record we're about to hear?
Oh,
which band is it?
This is my record, and it's a marvelous.
Recorded here in town?
Yeah. Yeah. It was recorded at Capitol a few years back, and it's Dan Higgins and Gary Foster and Pete Chrisley, all the
Doesn't ring a bell.
heavyweights guys, never heard of them. and the Rick Bat, I use the same people because not for any, well, they're great.
Meat potato Sammy Nestico. That's what we got there.
Anyhow, thank you. There'll be questions. I've written a new arrangement of it since then. I don't use
Oh, you have?
I'm always unhappy, I'm always trying to change.
Well, I want to point out just a few things that I observed about
please,
this, starting with the very first bar. So as good as all that stuff was we just heard, everybody knows Sammy writes big band music. No big surprise. Now we're going to get into some areas that maybe fewer people know about, but speak to his versatility and amazing range. And we'll have a couple of concert band pieces we're going to look at now.
Yes. I worked, I was in the Marine Band. And I think the idea we're a complete arranger is the name of this session, is because if you want to work, you should wear as many hats as you can. So write for strings, write for concert band. I remember someone calling me only because they knew I wrote for concert band and they had a parade or something in the movie. And somebody else called because they knew I wrote for Basie, so they had jazz. So as many hats as you can wear, then you become more than a one-dimensional arranger. Very important. And we like that. We want to learn all those. It's nice. Concert band's wonderful. I love writing for the Marine Band.
I have to say, listening to a few of these pieces, it sounds like you have a string section. It sounds very orchestral in terms of the textures you get. So, do you want to listen to Canyon Country?
Yeah.
This piece was commissioned by.
No, I don't remember. I just wanted to. I can talk about this a little bit.
Okay.
Elmer Bernstein made it. What is it? The bum bum ba bum. The Marlboro Country, and Hollywood seems to take, John Wayne movies with Alfred Newman. He didn't go G minor to C seventh; he went E flat to C seventh. I mean, there were certain things that we just automatically, from experience of the old movies, we automatically accept as Western. So I wrote a kind of thing in Elmer Bernstein's bop, 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 of course, because I wanted it to sound Western. I wrote a simple theme with nice harmony, and then I wrote a little fanfare in the middle, and then I went to a bridge, and then I reprised. So that's just a little synopsis of what's going to happen. I liked writing that simple theme and with the trumpets or whatever, and then have the French horns answer them. Beautiful woodwind work. So here we go. Okay.
And which group are we going to be listening to?
This is. Where did I do this? Canyon Country. Where did I do this? I can't remember where I recorded this. Oh, I think this was the. No, I think this is the. There's a band in Dallas. I think this is the Dallas Wind Symphony. I think that's who it is. I forget. But they played it very well.
Yeah, they sound awesome.
Yeah, I don't remember. But
it's an arrangement of the Royal Netherlands Navy.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I just recorded something before we go on with the Royal Netherlands Navy Band. It's the Marine Band of the Royal Netherlands Navy. Unbelievable. 53 people, and this guy's kind of a jazz wannabe, the leader. And I said, I hate jazz for concert band because it's always. And I said, it's hard enough with 18 people for a bass and drums. You got 53. He made a lyre out of me. These things swing. His oboes and bassoons swing. Everybody swing. This is not a swing one, but the next one will be. Okay, thought I'd tell you that. Thanks, Peter.
So in bar 343, so first violin, viola, second violin, top cello, right? And then in bar 344, violins, viola, but top cello, right? Oh, I'm sorry, it's this, isn't it?
Oh,
right?
I see. Yeah. Well, when I'm dividing strings, music, it makes my life and your life so wonderful. I am just in love with music to the minute I drop dead. I just love it. and it's been good to me. And who would think that kid? I just went to high school. I just went to high school and got in the band like we all did, never thinking that I would be a musician.
I run out of words to talk about your influence
I'll tell
on
you
me.
one-
And well, okay. I was
There's
about
one
to
more
wrap
story.
up, but go ahead. One more
Please,
story.
and I'll let you.
Okay.